Man, live.
I like having fun.
I love that song.
I like to laugh.
You're talking to LA's finest, pal.
You can make me laugh. I like having fun.
Are we live for real?
I like having fun to meet people.
All right, we're live.
Hi. Wow. Okay. Apparently we're on TV right now. We're being, we had a little bit of a tech diff here in Brooklyn, and then we had tech diffs in Glendale, and now we've commandeered the NBC satellite signal, and we're now appearing on the NBC channel, the main channel, and all their affiliates, MSNBC and CNBC, Discovery Channel. Are we live? We're good. We're just doing our show. Good morning, everybody. Wow. If you could have been in the room for the last half hour, what adventure.
I didn't do anything. I'm stressed out, like sitting here listening to it all.
You guys were so misbehaving so badly. We could hear you. I could hear you, and it was Drop City, and you guys are like fourth graders in the back of the room, while poor Luke and Matt and everybody else are trying to. It's like Mission Control trying to launch a fucking mission to Mars down here in this depressing hell zone of Brooklyn. We're blocks away from the mass shooting, by the way. I mean, let me just, first of all, Dr. Sex Reese is here in Glendale. He's my guest. Doctor?
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's been very relaxing. Very relaxing. Hanging out. I was rooting
DJ
around
Doug
a little.
Pound, shut up! You can talk when I ask you questions. How about we do that?
That's a good arrangement.
Right? Because I can't see you, so we can't have eye contact.
Just go ahead now.
So look, Doug, I'm looking at you. Good morning.
Can you see me, Tim? Hello. Hey.
Good morning, Doug.
Hey.
Can you see me?
No. Oh, okay, I see you.
This is a test. Can you see me? Am I making a weird pig face? Yes or no?
Oh my God, my camera looks insane. It's so close and bad.
Doug, can you confirm that you can see me now? What do I look like?
I can see you, Tim. You look
What
great.
do I look like? Huh?
You look good.
Describe what I look like.
Your nostrils are more open to my.
Yes.
To me. And your eyes are a little wider than normal.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
you look good.
Confirmed.
Your two front teeth are a little more bunny-like for Easter.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ready? Hold on. We got a surprise guest. It's me, the Easter Bunny. Okay, Vic, what do you see? Can you describe my face? I was gonna do this. Bad
Well,
move.
we're not seeing a whole lot here, but I'm from my making of it. You're doing a bunny face. Is that true? Is that what I heard?
We must have a lag because I have a different look now.
Okay, let me see over here.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Do it.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm doing it. Well, what do I look like? Describe it.
Well, we got a little lag here, so I'm seeing myself still. Hold on, it's gonna catch up. Oh, there we go. You're really pressing your eyeballs as wide as they go, and it looks like you might be tearing the sides of them because you're pulling them so hard.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Wow, you look
Easter.
exactly like the Easter Bunny, Tim.
Yeah. Happy Easter. Happy Good Friday.
God.
Certainly not a great Friday. One of the worst Fridays I've been around. But TGIF. Are people watching? Are everybody happy? Let's take a zoomer. Let's just introduce that chaos.
See what happens.
Let's see what the hell happened.
All right.
What was that the other day with Trump and the lights? Did you see this?
He was just like holding his hands.
Turn them off! Turn the lights off! And then he does this?
Yeah,
It's the craziest thing.
He's trying to repeat like his past moments from 2015.
is the devil.
He must have a real weird light sensitivity, like dementia brain getting triggered by all this light.
His pupils are always fully dilated, if you didn't know, so that's why they're bothering him.
It's like, why do people want them to turn the lights off? Because, I mean, the audience wants to see him.
They want to see him, right?
It's so weird. And then suddenly the audience has to like do this trick with their brain to get on his side of
Right.
an issue that doesn't benefit them. All right.
Oh,
Who's
Tim,
there?
can I ask? Are we taking Zoom calls for the good doctor?
Shut the fuck
I
up.
just wondered because we got the good doctor in.
I'll get to the doctor.
Okay,
Is this
You
the
know what?
show?
I'll
this
treat
is the show. This is not the warm up. Yeah.
I'll treat the doctor like doctors treat me. He can
Okay.
sit and wait.
That's a good one.
Okay?
I deserve
I'm
that.
not one of these people that sort of like gets all precious about doctors and doctor, must show you so much respect. What an honor it is to have you. No, you can wait.
Dr. Fauci.
Be Wolf. You're
So-
on the air. Hey, what's up?
I'm on the air. Thanks for having me.
Tim, do you need me to describe Zoomers for you?
No.
He is wearing the
Got the
new
shirt.
Office Hours shirt from
Woo, so I know I
Double
knew.
Wonderful.
Thank you for supporting us in the merch department.
You're welcome.
By the way, you can get all
supporting-
Office Hours merchandise now at Macy's. We just signed an exclusive deal with Macy's.
You
We're
guys
gonna
Wow.
carry
cut to
in-
me doing like.
Amazing.
What's that, Doug?
I'm just watching the stream, and they cut to me when I'm doing nothing and sort of like scratching my head. And like,
Well,
it's
Don't
interesting
watch the stream.
directing
listen,
today.
we want to. I want to say one thing here. I want to say a lot of things. That's why we do the show. But we have a new person in the West seat today, so just bear with her. And it's what a hard first day, right? I mean, we're suddenly mixing up the entire format of the show, how we do it. But listen, Morning Joe does it on MSNBC. Sometimes Joe's down there in Florida for the whole summer. And the rest of the gang sitting around that table having their lattes, whining about the Beltway. They make it work there on Morning Joe. So we have to figure out a way to make it work.
Morning
Because I'm
Joe
going to start
Brand.
doing this show from all over the world, knowing my
Give
life.
it up for Jolie.
Okay, so Doug.
Yes, sir.
Wait, I wanted to get back to Macy's. We are available at Macy's now, starting Father's Day.
What
which
is?
going to be in June. All the Office Hours
is
merch.
right
Doug.
now.
Oh.
You should be on these emails. You know this.
I can't
right, with
check
the
all the. I
ties and
can't
the
check all the
cologne.
emails. Some of them go to spam.
No, but this is exciting. With the ties and the cologne and the men's wallets, and what else do they have there? Belts.
Belts and wallets. How often do you need a new wallet, Tim?
Well, that's what I was wondering too. Like, mine's getting a hole.
You get a wallet every 10 years.
Maybe every decade. Maybe.
I get a wallet now that's like, it's at least 15 years old, I think. I don't go about, like, I better hit Macy's to get a new wallet. It's been a year. How much, Doug, how often do you think they're restocking the wallets at the Macy's? Like they go in this back storeroom, like, should we order more wallets or you think we're going to be good for the next 20
We're
years?
good for a decade. These wallets, they're not like they don't come in. They don't. There's not wallets aren't like in fashion, right? Like they're just. There's,
Well,
could be.
There has been like design. There has been innovations with like.
well, there's been the
really
chain wallets of
skinny-
the '90s that were cool.
course.
I guess.
Skinny
right?
wallets, and ones that are just kind of money clips now. Of course, lots going on in wallets. Dr. Sex Reese is my guest.
We have a Zoomer too, just to check on.
Yes. Who's on Zoom?
Got the Kroger card.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just
we have
going
Do
to
you have a
show my
question?
wallet.
Let me say something to the fucking Zoomers today, and anybody that calls in. Let's skip the chit chat. Get right into what do you want to talk about? You got a question? You got a complaint? Give me it, because I
Let me
can't
see
do
your
the
wallet,
back
Mr.
and forth.
Zoom. Let me see your wallet, Mr.
Want to talk
Zoom.
about Kroger Plus? It's a great program. Also available at King's Supers and Fry's City Market to
Kroger
get some of the
Plus.
discounts at Kroger Plus.
He's holding up his Kroger card. He's got
Okay.
a prop.
Oh yeah, sorry, I had to describe that.
Well, we're an exclusive
also,
partner with Macy's, so I can't be dealing with Kroger right now.
I don't know if they have groceries.
Doug, did you hear that
at
Macy's going to start offering produce?
All right, thanks, B Wolf. We're gonna let you.
Macy's has produce.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's why
the
I'm here.
Macy's produce section is wild.
So I know you do.
Wild.
What do they got? Squash, gourds.
They got everything. It's like a farmer's market. They're turning their men's department, their suits, and the part where all the suits are and stuff. It's now a produce market.
Why they're not selling the suits?
No, people go down to Men's Warehouse now. Or
This is the show.
Bonobos.
This is the show, right?
This is a great. This is the show. Yeah.
Dr. Sex Reese is so stressed because he's like, well, this isn't like the Tonight Show where it's all structured and there's.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I like to usually
I'm
I'm pre-produced. There's a game set that we're gonna play. I'm in and out.
There is a
they
game
know
later.
what anecdote I'm gonna give. We play tetherball and then I'm out.
Doctor, you have some. You have a podcast.
Yeah, the Dr. Sex Reese show.
And what's one misconception people have about oral sex?
Oh, you're gonna jump right in?
Yeah, get ready. That's the kind of interviewer I am.
Well, my thing, if I can take, first of all, I want to thank you for having me. May I?
You have a podcast, right?
Is that a question? Yes.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm the only sex therapist who's never had sex, so I think I bring an approach to it that's repressed in nature, a little more pure than a lot of people. A lot of people are obsessed with the fluids, the skin, the intimacy, and that to me is not what sex is all about. So one of the main misconceptions you were asking about oral sex is that oral sex is actually relatively recent. People think that oral sex has been going on for a long time, but it was actually invented in 1959.
Invented?
Well, the first time that it was recorded was in 1959, yeah.
How was
You
it
don't think that's
recorded?
ever? You don't think that's ever happened before? That somebody's S to D or L to P?
Can I ask
L
a
to
question,
P?
Doc?
Yeah.
L to P.
Now, you never had sex. Was this by choice, or is this because you just couldn't find?
All right, it's Doug's show. It's the Poundcast. Go ahead. I mean, have fun because
It's by
I'll go
choice.
walk over the fucking Brooklyn Bridge. You know?
I just wanted to ask one question for the doctor, T.
Granted.
It's very much by choice, yeah. I've never had sex, never ejaculated. That includes nocturnal emission and pre-cum
Do you
as
get
well.
do you get
You never had a
boners?
nocturnal E?
You don't get little boners or something?
No. I have had boner. You mean erection?
Yeah, like an erection kind of.
I have before, but it's been associated with completely non-sexual.
Oh, like you get excited about something that's like a
Yes.
like a roller coaster or something.
National parks.
Park.
All
okay.
right.
Got it.
Let's do the city of the day.
Hit it, Alec.
Alec. Ladies and gentlemen, the city of the day is brought to you by City of the Day is brought to you by Bacon Wipes. Bacon Wipes. Men, are you sick of wiping with fresh scented wipes? Time to man up with Bacon Wipes. These wipes are made from real pork, so they're tough enough for any job. Toilets, tires, trucks, and butts, nothing can't be wiped with a bacon wipe. The natural pig fat is soothing to the skin, plus the smell of bacon will attract patriotic mates. The Bacon Wipe story begins in China, where 1 million infected pigs had to be gassed. But the brilliant minds at Hamjoy International were able to repurpose the swine into these useful household wipes. Do not eat or flush these wipes. Order now and get a free bar of bacon scrub made from real hooves and teeth. Ugh. Macy's is not going to be happy about this. Simply go to hamjoy.pig/gassed and enter the promo office code office hours and join the Bacon Wipe lifestyle. All right, the city of the day is who?
Mike, you there?
Beautiful.
Mike Huckabee, Little Rock, Arkansas.
I got Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for you.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah. With a
I gotta
bridge club.
say, did you get a Tim Heidecker live ticket yet?
For the Roxy-in, I want to. I'm going to. I'm broke as fuck right now. I have a broken hand too. Kind of the same thing.
You're on the list.
How'd you break
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
Excuse me,
Oh
Doug.
yeah.
He's broke. I don't know anybody in Pittsburgh. What am I going to invite? Pittsburgh Pete?
Dude,
Am I going to invite the Pittsburgh Pirate?
Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz? Yeah, I'm going to get Dr. Oz into the show. Fetterman?
Betterman.
So Matt,
Betterman.
get this guy's intel, put him on the goddamn list.
Mike,
He's so
you're on the
broke.
list.
Wow.
Congrats.
How do you
I
like
wasn't
that?
even
You won
asking for that.
tickets to the
That's
Pittsburgh
good.
show. Tim Heidecker Live. Big summer tour coming this summer. You're not going to believe the show we have planned for you folks. Tickets are available right now at timheidecker.com/live. Tickets are selling
That's cool.
fast. We're looking at some sellouts happening hopefully today, tomorrow. Bell House in Brooklyn just sold out first show. I'm going to guess that the Vic in Chicago is going to be selling out. I hope. I'm going to sell out. And I'm going to be working with Macy's now. Did you have a question there, Mike from Pittsburgh?
I got plenty of questions. I really like the comedy. Is that Q&A tonight that you're
I love
doing?
the comedy. I love the drama. I love
Love you, Tim.
Westerns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening in New York tonight. So
Yeah. You got the new album coming out. I don't know. Well, how about you pick a question that you want to answer?
why don't you, do you have any sexual, do you need some sex advice? Like if you get a broken hand, what are you going to do? Is it hopefully it's the...
It's the left. Can't play guitar, but what do you got for me, Dr. Sex?
What's
I think
your-
somebody in the chat was asking if that's your maiden name or not, but
If that's my mating name.
your maiden name.
Maiden.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's my given name.
Yeah.
What are you an onanist? Do you masturbate?
Yeah.
Do you use your left hand to masturbate?
No.
Is it your left hand that's broken?
Yes.
Are you capable of giving more than one word answers?
Yes.
Good.
Stroking the salami.
I wanted to, by the way, the reason I'm on here is to promote something.
Okay.
Can I just plug Criminal
Plug away,
Minds?
Doc.
The show Criminal Minds.
You're going to plug the show Criminal Minds.
Yeah. Recently started watching it.
Is that
It's
Mandy
great.
Patinkin?
Yes, it's a Manny Patinkin vehicle. You probably know him from, he was in The Princess Bride, he was in...
Of course. We all know who Mandy Patinkin is.
Does everyone
okay?
know who Mandy Patinkin is?
Not everyone. You could probably find somebody in,
Does your Zoom guest know who Andy Patinkin is? Mandy Patinkin?
I think I know who Mandy Patinkin is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that confidently.
Do you know who Andy Patinkin is?
Andy Patinkin.
Is that their son?
That's Mandy Patinkin's twin brother.
Okay.
Usually, here's what the problem is for me. Usually, I'm in control of the situation. I have my own show. I'm in control. People I'm the highest status.
Uh-huh.
All right, and I don't mind being a lower status, but I was told that people were going to come here. That sick people were going to have questions for me. Disgusting people with questions for me to answer. And you've got this destitute street urchin in Pittsburgh.
I've got a floater in my eye that I think is a detached retina.
All right, this is making me sick. I'm already very woozy from staying up very late and drinking beer and everything. After my huge sold-out show last night, it was a huge success, #1 show in the city last night. And I bring it up because it's exciting, but I say this in all sincerity. Listen to this. #1 show in the city last night in terms of value, entertainment, quality. And guess who else was performing last night? Father John Misty. And so I'm #1? Not bad. I mean, that's pretty exciting. All right. Well, listen, I apologize, Doctor, if there was any miscommunication. I don't know if I certainly wouldn't have signed off on you being given the message that you were going to be talking to disgusting people. And sounds like some lines got crossed.
Most of the questions that people have about sex are inherently disgusting. You know,
Right.
the act itself is disgusting.
What about Criminal Minds? You just want to support that show?
Yeah,
and
I think I just want to get the word out. I know it's not on the air anymore, but it is still available on some of the streaming services, and
Would you want to see it come back? Would you want to see another season of that show?
I would. I wouldn't mind. I mean, that's the kind of entertainment that I think everybody could get behind.
How many seasons did they do?
I think they did 9 seasons.
Oh my gosh.
How many seasons did they do?
How many did they do? So rude.
Why do you want to promote that? It sounds like they did 9. They should be done. Let it.
Yeah,
Let's
9
move
to
on
9.
to something else.
Well, it's just a show I've been watching.
Ah.
Oh, you know,
It would be nice
another
to
way
have
to
people to
frame
talk
that,
about it.
Doctor. Another way to frame that, instead of like, I'm going to talk about this show that I want to plug, is just like in natural conversation. Hey, I've been watching this show. I really enjoy it. You don't have to set it up like you're promoting it. It just sounds gross.
Well, I was asked if there was anything I wanted to promote.
Well, what about your podcast?
Well, yeah, that's fine. That would be fine. But that seems a
know
little
what?
rude to come onto a show and promote my own thing.
I got a bone to pick with Mandy Patinkin. I have to get this off my chest, and not really with him. To be fair, I mean, if I was offered it, I would do it and not worry about if I was right for it. Maybe I would. But he voiced the great Dr. Ben Franklin in the Ken Burns Ben Franklin series, and as much as I appreciate Mandy Patinkin as an actor and as a person, I don't think it was the right fit vocally. Doug, you watched. Your thoughts?
Who should have done Franklin, T?
I have the perfect person.
Who? Who is that?
Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh.
Because he's up here. He got a little up in his nose. I think Franklin kind of had a little bit of this going.
Is there...
There's a guy...
Do they know what he sounded like? Did he have a high pitch?
Sure they do. They have recordings of him.
No, they don't.
You ever listen to the old
put out a couple
Franklin
albums.
tape machines that he invented?
Oh, he invented the tape machine, too.
Yeah. He was the first guy to invent a video camera.
Oh,
And they have videos of him and him talking and him dancing.
Why don't they get the guy from that goes around Philadelphia as Ben Franklin? He lives as Ben
Yeah.
Franklin.
Oh, maybe
I'm
he
assuming it
sounded
does
a
the
little-
same voice.
I think he might have sounded a little like this.
See?
Right? And Mandy Patinkin's down here. Like a cowboy.
Did he have a British accent? Because he lived half his time in...
Of course.
Did he? Does the Bandy incorporate that a little bit?
No, he's just
See, that's
like
what-
gravelly.
So that's, yeah.
Like he's like suddenly Ben Franklin, some hardened New York cop who's trying to solve a mystery.
But wait, Tim, when you did the Tiny Tim audiobook, what voice did you do for Tiny?
No, I said right away, I was like, do I do the voice? And they go, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Tim,
that
do you
voice.
think Franklin put that key on the kite because he was trying to lock out one of his servants, and then the lightning struck it, and he's like, guess what? I invented electricity now.
What do you mean he's locking out his servants?
I don't know.
Why don't you say
That's
what you
just-
really want to say?
It's just what I think. It's what I heard.
Now, Dr. Sex, do you have any respect for someone like Benjamin Franklin who had sex a lot, or is that how does
There's
this work?
so much stimulus. There's a lot of sounds and lights,
We're not even doing drops, sir.
and there's so much.
Doc.
I mean, sex is necessary for the procreation of the species, right? So if
Right.
we agree that we want the species to continue on, which I think is an open question,
I
then
don't
sex
agree.
is-
Absolutely. It's vital that men and women continue to fornicate. If they don't,
It's interesting though that you
It's going to
brought
be a
up
bloody nightmare.
Ben Franklin's actually the inspiration for Sipowicz and NYPD Blue, which I don't think I hate sex. So you were really Patinkin was tapping into that, and I think you were tapping into that in Patinkin's performance.
I wonder if all the cops in New York when NYPD Blue came out were like, why is a fucking Chicago guy playing a New York cop, right? Sipowicz was like, he was such a Chicago. Hey, I'm going down to Brooklyn now. No, fuck it.
Wait, is that the guy that they kept showing his ass?
Dennis Franz?
Yeah,
Is that Franz?
Dennis Franz, yeah.
That's all I remember
Dennis-
from NYPD
Dennis
Blue is just
Moon
Franz's
Sipowicz.
ass. That's all I remember from that show.
Well,
was
you
a
gotta watch
big-
this new show. You get to see Dennis Franz's ass. It's what? Oh, what do you mean? Is he a funny guy? He's like mooning everybody. It's like no, they just show him in the shower every once in a while.
great ass.
It was a big moment because that was the first man's ass on network TV at that time. It was.
Doctor, do you ever find yourself needing to put a cold compress on your D&Bs to cool things down when you're getting a little too excited?
No, that's not something I would recommend. I mean, I do that not out of excitement, but out of a sort of a like a preventative care.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Where you
like you're
keep
worried
it
you're gonna
on
get
there.
Stimulated.
Well, not to tamp down stimulation, but just to sort of regulate throughout the day to make sure that doesn't happen.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so you can take a cue from our Zoomer. Yes/no questions are really yes/no answers are appreciated here.
Okay, then yes.
Wasn't really
the answer's
wasn't really a
yes.
prompt into a conversation. It was just getting some facts straight.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions? How are you doing? How are you?
Actually, we have a hotline who's got a question for the doctor.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
We should check in on the hotline. 732, you got a question for the doctor. You're on the air.
Hello?
No, no,
Yes.
no.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Dr. Reese, Sex Reese. What
Hi.
do you prefer?
You can call me Dr. Reese. You can call me Dr. Sex. My name is Robert, but I'm contractually obliged to put sex in there.
What contract?
Got it. I'll
Not
go with
with us.
Dr. Sex if that's all right. I got a situation that I've been sort of ruminating over. I was wondering if you could help. I was with my partner and we were doing the sex, and at the end I realized that my cat was in the room, and my cat has started to act kind of distant and cold. Do you think this is because we were having sex in the room?
Well, you know that cats are generally.
Go ahead, doctor. We're sorry.
Okay.
You know that cats are.
In case anybody was confused about what a cat sounds like, the guys are on it.
Just trying to paint the picture.
We better
Glad that
set
was
up
cleared
this for
up.
people who are confused. Sorry, doctor. The
No,
floor
no,
is yours.
that's fine. I mean, I think it's beyond apologies at this point. Cats are generally cold and distant to begin with. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what? How old is the cat?
She's about 6.
Okay, and how old are you?
You think that's too young for a cat to know about sex? I'm 28.
Oh, you sound older. You sound much older. I was gonna guess 51.
Oh Christ. Oh no.
And how old is your partner?
Also 28. I'm sorry, 27.
Okay, so you like
Are
him
you
a
two
little?
related?
Don't tell her I forgot.
Are you related?
Am I related to my partner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, as far
Okay,
as I know. I
long
hope
pause.
not.
Okay, good.
Very
Good.
long
Good.
pause.
No, it's just a standard question.
No, I like to. Yeah, I mean that's
I'm
good.
sorry,
That's
I was taken aback.
you were taking a bath.
No, I was taking a.
I'm
you
taking
taking
a
a
bath
bath?
on this whole operation.
I was taking a back in my bath.
All right, let's all settle down.
Okay,
Just
well,
settle down.
I mean, was the cat able to see everything that was going on? Were you under the blankets? Did the cat have a kind of a
she
bird's
was under
eye
the
view?
bed.
Okay, so she heard. For what the cat may know, it may have just sounded like some sort of aggressive violence that was happening. What would you?
Okay.
How do you sound when you're having sex? Could you?
Totally
sort of-
normal, regular style.
What does that mean?
Running,
Though? Do some give me
Got
a
it.
sample of your. Let's say you've been going at it. You've been having sex for 8 minutes or so, roughly. This is post. What?
See,
I just want to hear what
that it?
what it sounds like while you're having sexual intercourse. Missionary?
yeah. We
Okay,
can do
so
that. It's a little bit like, yeah, all right.
that's
all
how.
right.
That's the noise that you're making when you're having sex. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think your cat is just an asshole. I think your cat doesn't like you.
Yeah, I'd get rid of the cat. All right, thanks,
Doc-
everybody.
Hey, Doc, can I ask a question
Thank
that's
you.
kind of related to this?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Now, our
732.
pets, they get horny and they want to hump pillows and they want to hump your legs. Now, why don't they have like condoms for dogs that you can let them bang each other like at
Oh,
the
get-
dog
Doug,
park after
Good
dark?
question.
Come on, man.
That's a great question.
Sorry for the crude language.
What,
sexual-
banging? Was the
Yeah, is it
banging the
okay to
part
say
that was
banging?
crude? Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a great idea. That's something I've been trying to get on the market for years, actually.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question. You answered his question with very brief, succinct answers, so I appreciate that. Why? So you have cats and dogs, and a lot of mammals tend to have litters
Right.
of babies. Why don't we? Why doesn't my wife go, boop, 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 and you got 15 kids to choose from? I could toss a few in the trash or give them away to charity, put them to work. why do we only? What's different about us than a pig or a cat or a dog?
Right. Well, the
horses also have several at once, right? We have like imagine like Doug. Imagine a litter of horses.
Horses.
Who is so fast?
Horses
with
don't, Tim.
That was such a fast Tom Petty.
It's a quick Petty drop.
That'd be cool.
Petty drop.
Don't get inside the head of the drops. Just let them be.
Okay.
It gets too meta when you start like talking about the drops.
Pick off the litter.
Let it go, doctor.
The scientific answer that I've heard is that human brains are larger than animal brains proportionally. And we, somewhere along the biological line, we also learned bipedal locomotion so that we could be higher up and see further out. In order to do that, it has to make the woman's hips narrower, so she's not able to give birth. Her birth canal is a little bit smaller than most animals. But our brain needs to get bigger, so they have to have the baby a little bit smaller, a little bit earlier.
Right.
So that the brain can grow outside the body. Because if a baby was allowed to come to full term inside a woman, it would explode her every time.
There is and I'm not joking here. There is I think it's maybe in my top 10 songs of all time. Father John Misty. I sarcastically, how would you say I did that, man? It was just sort of sardonically goofed on him, comparing him to my show, but. In all earnesty, he has a song called Pure Comedy that describes this very biological phenomenon, doctor.
They call it the fourth trimester.
Yes.
The baby's out of the woman.
The first 3 months.
First 3 months.
That's why we need to protect them, and we need to cuddle and coddle.
All that stuff.
Protect,
yeah.
Because they're not ready for the world. But
no.
Horse drops.
They come out and they're running around.
Horse drops, they're running around.
9 of them.
They're galloping.
Yeah.
Galloping on day one. But imagine a little baby galloping, walking around right on day one. Be fun.
It is disturbing. That's the scientific answer for you, and I'm sorry it wasn't a yes/no, but I think it sparked a very interesting conversation.
No, I appreciate your honesty. Let's take a zoomer right now.
Tim, you're right. We got the short end of the stick. We can't do litters, and we can't just drop and start running immediately. It's kind of lame.
Sean, are you there?
I'm glad
Sean
you're on my
Patrick
side
Kelly?
on this one. I'm glad we're not getting into
Hi,
an
yes.
argument over it.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, everybody. So I was at the Brooklyn show last night, Tim.
Wait. You want to try that again?
I said I was at the show last night.
What show?
At the Bowery. Your show, the Bowery Ballroom.
You said Brooklyn, my friend.
Oh, that's right. I did say Brooklyn.
And it was in Manhattan.
It was. Well,
I'm just saying.
You whipped us up into such a frenzy.
I'm just saying. You're gonna have Lower East Siders coming at me. I'm gonna get Brooklyn people coming at me. People are gonna fucking hammer down on me, all because you can't get that borough straight. So, dude, let's clean up the act. Let's rehearse.
Yeah,
if you
I'm
need
sorry.
to call in earlier, we can rehearse. We can talk. Do a pre-interview.
Sorry about that, but it was great. It was a great show. You got us all whipped up. The band was cooking, and when the show let out, we all walked over to the Father John Misty show and beat the shit out of their audience for not coming.
I couldn't have been happier last night. It was a blast. I was very nervous. I, of course, as you saw, forgot a lot of my lyrics, right?
Yeah, I think only twice.
Not twice. Yeah, you're like there's one song I just forgot the very first lines, and I just blanked. It was just gone. It was just nowhere to be found. But the cool thing was the audience knew them more than I knew them. So they were like, once I get the first line, I'm off to the races. But something was blocking me last. There's so much going on in my head. But once we get on the road and get doing it every night, show's gonna kind of tighten up and get nice and it'll be tight but loose and changing every night. But also some of that lyric stuff will just become muscle memory.
Tim,
but it was awesome. It was like packed, and it was weirdly, Matt. Wasn't it weird how like psyched everybody was and how many people like knew the lyrics and stuff?
very responsive for a New York crowd. You expect, too cool for school.
Yeah, sometimes New York crowds are like, oh, I'm here to see Interpol.
In New York and LA, you expect no fun, but they were
It was almost
enthusiastic.
like I hate to say it was almost like a Morton Downey Jr. audience. It was like a lot of like, Tomb, like.
They did have, they were, at first I
chanting.
was,
People are losing their minds. Somebody threw themselves off the balcony, dead. Splat.
T, when you
It didn't
forget
stop the show though.
when you forget the lyrics, do you just kind of go la da 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 da, or do you?
Well, I
do you
will if
stop
it's in the
and
middle
then-
of the song, but Doug, this was the first line of the song, illegal that I do. And I just didn't know. I was like, I'm going to start the song. And when it comes to when I start singing, I was like, meh. What are we doing? What is this? I could remember the second verse, but not the first. And then somebody told it to me and we started again. But I don't know about you guys, but for that kind of, it was like a club show. I kind of like those moments as an audience member. It's like you're seeing that it's not this over perfect polished thing. It's kind of human and it's got vulnerability to it. So I like a little bit of, dust on my bagel.
I'm like Lennon.
so loud.
But Mac, we had a special guest last night, which was just really one of my all-time favorite people.
Alec, you got that clip queued up?
Son of a bitch. Wait a minute. Don't just go playing it without me
Oh
saying
yeah,
it.
what? I gotta see who this is.
Alex like, "Boop, got it.
Just get it ready.
Apple. Tim's in the Big Apple, huh?
Yeah, Tim with the apple.
But what was I saying? Oh, this guy, Ira Kaplan from Ira Kaplan from Yola Tango.
Yola Tango.
One of the great, I think, honestly, it's just one of the great groups of all time. And I've known those guys for years, and they're always so sweet and so nice. But Ira's also this insane guitar player. And I just asked him, I have this song, Sirens of Titan, that's going to be on the new record. I said, hey, would you come down and do that thing where, cool New York shows, fucking Ripper comes out and shreds on a song? Shreds, you'll see, it's not exactly shreds, it's like this thing that he does, it's like noise. But so this is
Like
just a
Velvet
sample
Underground
of that.
style.
What?
It's like Velvet Underground, kind of like
noise.
guitar meltdown.
Guitar meltdown, but nobody does it better. Check this out. Yeah, that was just a sample.
Wow.
It's so exciting to be next to that. He did it in the sound check, and it was just, he just knows how to, he has one little pedal for my guitar guys, just a rat.
It's that easy to do? Just a one pedal?
Well,
What's impressive about it then? I don't know.
It's not what he's doing to his guitar. Is not it's like a massacre. He's treating it like garbage. He's beating the shit out of his guitar for me and my audience.
And then he puts it in the case at the end of the night and takes it home.
Yeah.
Did he smash it?
That's the
No.
real question. See?
No, because he loves it.
He doesn't need
too.
to. He loves it.
So that was exciting. And then we had this wonderful woman, Becca Stevens, come up and sing Wise Blood's parts. Becca, super talented singer. She's the one that introduced me to David Crosby. Okay?
Oh.
So she's in Cros's band, came out and sang for that. Lemon Twigs came up and sang a little bit. Holy moly. Anyways, you weren't there, unless you're watching and you were there. Shame on you, Doug, for not coming out and being here for this big show. This is so hard. JetBlue. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Southwest. How about by the way,
I'll be at the
I
rest
was-
of them, the whole rest of the tour. I'm going to fly out on my own dime.
Can we do
Did I
this
make it up to
now? We have to do this. Speaking of the Lemon Twigs, I wrote to Brian from the Lemon Twigs thanking him. We had talked about this YouTube video that I had never seen before. And it was a conversation between, it was an interview with Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, but separately, talking about the, whatever, 1984,
82, I think it is.
82 album Hearts and Bones, which was supposed to be, it started out as a duo, as a Simon and Garfunkel record, and then you'll hear what happens. But I've never heard this before. I sent it to a bunch of people. They'd never heard it before. It's some of the greatest art stuff you're gonna ever hear. Let's talk. Let's play and talk about this.
In 1982, Simon and Garfunkel embarked on what was to be an immensely successful world tour, and despite a drastic decline in their relationship, actually began work on a new studio.
I love a drastic decline in their relationship. That's
in
a beautiful turn of
1982.
phrase. Okay, go ahead.
Sounds like a robotic
first
voice.
together since Bridge Over Troubled Water. When it became apparent to Paul that the collaboration was not working, he turned the album into a solo project, eventually released as Hearts and Bones.
It didn't work musically. Those songs were not, they were not good songs for two voices. They're different. My writing must be different now. I mean, it's different, so it's not possible to work together. We had grown apart 11 years. We don't think the same way musically. We don't agree. We don't think the same way. We'd had 11 years of making our own records where you didn't have to agree with it. Nobody had to agree with you. You just did what you wanted. And in order to collaborate, if you were collaborating with someone who was contributing in the same direction that you were going, then it was a good collaboration. But if you were pulling at each other, it was torturous. That's what that
makes
was.
sense, right? Okay, so that's Paul's side of it. Listen, you know, it didn't work. We tried it, and there's heads butting. They don't agree. It's Paul's songs. He's obviously had an incredible career in the 70s as a solo artist. We tried it. You know what? This isn't for me. It's obviously a lot. I think if Mike, like after that interview, I could imagine Paul being like, oh, you have no idea what it's like to work with this guy. You have no idea.
This is all I can say on record.
And they've been together forever. Or like, weren't they buddies like growing up too as like little kids? So they,
But now let's hear Art's perspective.
Artie would write a harmony and that he really liked, and I would say, I don't like that harmony. And he'd say, well, that's the harmony. And I'd say, well, no, you can't just like
not on my
write
song.
the wrong harmony to my song. In my opinion, it's the wrong harmony. And he'd say, in my opinion, it's the right harmony. I'd say, well, we're stuck. We're in an impasse. We shouldn't be making a record together if we disagree about what's the right and what's the wrong harmony.
It's so reasonable. Okay.
And then when it became apparent to me, anyway, I don't think it's, from statements that I've heard him say, I don't think it's apparent to him, even at this point. When it became apparent to me that it wasn't working, the two voices weren't working, that's really the root of it.
Yeah.
We had a different take on how that should work musically.
Yeah.
And then there were just the personality problems.
I feel like I'm
Some of
interviewing
the
Paul
songs
Simon.
in my
Makes sense?
private rehearsal time, I took.
Oh wait,
into a
okay, so
wonderful-
pause here. Go. So wait. Okay. Well, thanks, Paul, for coming in. Good luck with everything. Now I'd like to invite Art in to speak about the issue. And Art, what was your perspective on the Hearts and Bones misfire?
Some of the songs in my private rehearsal time, I took into a wonderful place and saw that it's just like Bridge Over Troubled Water. Again, I'm going to enhance these things and make them very palatable and very appealing.
Wait a minute, pause. You're going to do what? You're going to take Paul Simon's songs and enhance them to make them very palatable?
Finally, they're palatable.
What did he bring in, like suicide versions of these songs? Like atonal drone noise records? Go ahead.
I can do with a harmony and how I can rearrange things and how I can take a good song and add a whole other thing called very interesting performance to good songs. Now you have two songs.
That's how Trump is that, right? You hear Trump saying that. Little thing called very good performance.
Very interesting performance.
Very interesting.
And Simon and Garfunkel. as I began to try and do that, and it took some time and some writing time, and it looked like it wasn't going to be finished in time, Paul was clamping me down, saying, I don't want to do that. You forget, Artie, you're making a serious statement when you do that. I don't want to make that statement on these songs. The statement I was making was, these songs are about to become much more attractive and appealing because the visceral appeal is going way up.
The nerve of this guy.
So I was about to do that to all the songs. And Paul...
I was about to do that to all the songs.
Called me one day. It was in New England. He said, Artie, I'm wiping all your tapes. I'm wiping your harmonies off all the... Oh, you are, Paul? And I'm marrying Carrie Fisher on Tuesday. Want to come to the wedding? I guess I was
what a
supposed to conclude that
self-debasing
Paul was
prick.
the cutest
I think I'm
guy
on Paul's
I know.
side for this.
I guess that's the message.
I'm wiping your tracks and I'm marrying Carrie Fisher. Want to go to the wedding? You could be there. At least he invited him to the wedding.
That's the thing. If he didn't invite him,
I wonder if he went to the wedding.
If he called them up and just told them that, it'd be messed
What's
up.
really
He's
funny
like,
is
be there, please.
What's funny is this this clip. It's from some radio thing. They go right into the song "Hearts and Bones," which I mean, "Hearts and Bones." The album is not. It's it's not the greatest Paul Simon album or anything, but that song "Hearts and Bones" is very pretty and perfectly fine as it is. It's not. You don't feel it. It's not palatable. It's perfectly palatable. But it's almost this like real-time evidence that you don't need Art Garfunkel for this song.
Tim, you should do a pass where you put harmonies on it just to see what it would sound like.
Yeah, maybe Vic should. He's got the
the
range.
Wait,
But-
Vic, do a little.
Then the trigger warning here.
I can't do art.
Trigger warning here.
Oh, yeah.
They play a little bit of Hearts and Bones, which Paul Simon is an asshole too. I'm telling you, we're gonna get this video is gonna get immediately blocked because we played 3 seconds of Hearts and Bones here from another video. But at the end, Art sums it up one more time. And I want to trigger warning everybody. He says a very inappropriate, well, it's unfortunate. It's a word that sounds like a very inappropriate word. So you'll hear what happens at the end.
Roll on Hearts and Bones. Because I was into it. I loved those songs. And no, Paul was at a point where he would rather sell 250,000 copies of a Paul Simon album than 15 million copies of a Simon and Garfunkel album. And that's his right. I just think it's niggardly. It's to the fact that the culture loves an exciting record. There's precious few of them. And when I heard what could have been, I thought, here comes a wonderful album like the market hasn't heard in quite a while. Frankly, the rest of the world would have loved to have heard it. It would have made it very appealing.
Can you imagine having that perspective on yourself? And not only having that perspective on yourself, but speaking like that publicly to somebody that's recording you. Like I would feel embarrassed talking to my best friend in that tone about how wonderful I am and how much value I provide. That word is not the word. It's a sound like it doesn't. Maybe I don't know the derivation of the word.
So that's my nature is to be.
You could easily have said stingy, right?
But he's just like sticking up for himself though, because Paul's gotten so much fame. I think he's just trying to prove that he has some input in the world and music.
Doctor, your thoughts on the feud?
Who are they?
It's John Simon and
Mrs. Robinson.
Oh, Mrs. Robinson. Yeah, that's a sex song.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've heard that. He reminded me a little bit of the interviews that you might see on a documentary about a serial killer, talking about their side of things and how they were actually in the right.
Here's one way to tell if you're a fool. If you believe that Art Garfunkel hasn't killed anyone. His body's buried in the basement, folks. Nobody's crazier.
What a silly name as well. Just a silly name to put out there.
I like calling him Garf. I had never heard those two sound bites, and oh my Lord, was I losing it this morning.
What was the nature of their when they broke up? They're both still alive, right? Yes.
Well, Art Garfunkel passed away this morning.
Oh, this morning? Oh, that's awful.
That's why I wanted to play this clip. I guess we could have played something nicer.
They always come in threes.
Yeah.
I know the answer about whether or not he went to Carrie Fisher's wedding and Paul Simon's.
Oh, you do?
What do you
He
think?
had to have gone.
What do you think, Doug?
He took the invite.
He went.
Yeah,
he was
he
there.
went.
He wanted the free meal.
Oh, yeah.
Open bar.
He was seething. Imagine Art Garfunkel at this wedding, bright red. Hello, Paul. Carrie. Nice to meet you. It would have been nice to have met you before you met my partner in life.
His tux T-shirt.
Have you heard what Paul's done to my tracks?
I guess you chose a princess over my beautiful harmonies.
Punching
Princess
up
Leia.
their vows.
I'm well aware of Paul's intentions with Hearts and Bones, Carrie. Yes. I think it would have been a wonderful record with my inclusion. Don't you?
Appealing.
Perhaps Paul was hoping I would sing a song at the reception, but unfortunately, I'm not able to. I seem to have misplaced my gift. Perhaps it's in the rubbish bin where my tracks ended up.
Hey, everybody, it's Tim Heidecker here.
Vic, do you know where? Do you know who did Art bring? Did he bring a date?
I'll see. It's
What was his plus one?
I like how, what are you looking at?
Was
That
it
has this
an
information?
article from 1983? Let's see. Private ceremony attended by Debbie Reynolds, Eddie Fisher. That's her parents, right?
Yeah.
Bride's parents, and Art Garfunkel, Simon's singing partner. I think that's all they have listed in here.
Here comes the bride, all dressed in white.
Art, that's okay. We have a band that's gonna play that. We don't need you to.
Paul, I was thinking it would be fitting if we would play Sound of Silence at the reception. What are
Artie,
your
it's okay.
thoughts?
Artie, no, just sit. Go ahead and sit down.
What about 59th Street Bridge song? Feeling groovy?
Listen,
Paul?
Garf, sit down.
Garf.
I have a speech. I have a speech
How
I'd
many
like to give
pages is it,
Paul.
Garf? How many pages?
Well, just a few short words about our friendship.
Can I proofread it, Garf?
Oh, no, it's going to be off the cuff, Paul. I've been ruminating on it for several days now.
We only have a small window of time before the dinner is served. We don't have much time for the...
Oh, Paul, it'll only take a few moments. I have some things I want to get off my chest, you see.
I suppose you can just say a few words since we left the harmonies on the cut. Since I wiped... Since I didn't merely mute them, I
Chin
wiped
chin,
them.
everyone, chin chin. Here's to the bride and groom. I just learned of the nuptials only a week ago when I received a message from Paul regarding a very exciting project we were working on. Now, I'm sorry, everybody. I could do this all day.
Artie, I wiped the takes. I wiped them.
Wait, ring, ring. Oh, hi, Paul. Sorry, I didn't. I'm on the way to the studio. Is there something you needed?
No, we don't need you anymore. You could turn around, Artie.
Sorry, what's that?
Yeah, we wiped your takes. We wiped them.
Are we starting fresh?
No, we're gonna. The album's mastered. The record's mastered, Artie. It's mastered without your.
I always
takes.
wonder what Artie thought when he listens to Graceland and hears there's a duet between Paul Simon and Linda Ronstadt. That's quite
Linda
beautiful.
what?
Linda Ronstadt. What?
Rodsnat?
Rodsnat. Rodstan. How do you say Linda
Ronstadt.
Rondstant.
Oh, fuck off.
I thought you said Rodsnat.
There's a
Ronstadt.
couple D's in there.
Ronstadt.
Rond.
There's one D.
There's unnecessary D's are in the name.
Right.
Ronstadt.
There's a work on that. There you go.
Your Zoom caller's still on.
I got an unnecessary D right across from Vic
Looking
Berger
like
right now.
a young Jesse Plemons.
We should talk to the doctor about.
Yeah, I'm curious about a few things.
Do you think there's sexual tension
ahead, Vic.
between
You
the
have a question for the
Garfunkel and
doctor.
the Simon?
No, please move past Garfunkel and Oates. I mean Garfunkel and Simon.
So like
He was so tall and Paul Simon was so short.
I'm just curious, like what do you think people should do? Like, what's the use of a penis if not sex? Like what do you need that
Pee-pee.
for?
Yeah,
Besides
PP.
peeing, they couldn't come out somewhere else or something?
I'm not saying that people should not have sex.
Oh.
I'm just saying that intimacy should be avoided. And intimacy is something that we talk about the importance of intimacy, but it's highly, highly, highly overrated.
What's the best sex position for if you want to avoid intimacy?
To avoid intimacy, that is a great question. Actually, doggy style. There's no eye contact. You don't have to. You can sort of be almost two separate entities. So there's very little. I mean, if you look at the way dogs have sex, it's kind of they're sort of the anti-intimate.
I'm gonna try
creatures
that out
of
next time if there is one.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
sound
We
of
actually-
dogs.
do we
That's
have
what
a
it sounds
couple
like.
on
They're
Zoom
very
there?
unintimate.
Oh,
We got a
sorry,
couple?
guys. There's a couple looking for some advice from the doctor.
You know, doggies
Palmer?
aren't the only animals that do that.
Doggy style.
I bet squirrels do it like that too.
Yeah, a lot of animals do. I think I'm knocking it out of the
Are
park.
humans the only animals that do it missionary style?
Humans and dolphins
Tim's
actually
so
do as
pissed
well.
off. Tim
is not having it.
Oh, dolphins go mish.
Really?
They do, yeah.
What?
I'm not. I'm listening. I'm just listening.
He's interested now.
Oh, I do have one question,
okay.
Doctor. Who's the showrunner on Criminal Minds?
Yeah, since you love it so much.
That I'm not totally sure about. I'm not totally sure about that. I'm sorry.
You just know the people in front of the camera. You know the stars. Who else
Yeah,
is on
I mean,
there
I want
besides
to.
Mandy Patinkin?
I want to see the final product. I don't care about how the noodles get made.
How the sausage gets
How
made,
the
right?
sausage gets made.
Do you ever eat a hot dog or a sausage? Or is that offensive to you?
I
or
will,
kind
but
of
I cut it
uncomfortable?
up. I cut it up into pieces.
Okay.
And eat it bite by bite.
What about oysters, clams?
No, I'm allergic to shellfish.
Okay.
And I'm allergic to fish.
Really?
Yeah.
What happens?
I break out in hives and ship fish-shaped hives.
Fish-shaped hives?
All over my body, especially my nipples, my nipple area. In the shape of fish, like a classic kind of cartoon shape. So it's a humiliating and painful experience.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Do you get sexual urges? Do you see people and you think they're attractive?
Hey there, big boy.
Uh-oh. We have to restart the doctor.
Hey, guys in the studio. Hey. You guys in the studio, why don't we play a game? It's your job is to try to arouse the doctor. See if you can arouse him.
I mean,
Hey, Doug, you go first.
It's not that I'm not a human being, but I have spent years tamping these urges down.
Oh, I see.
So it's almost like
Oh.
how the Dalai Lama, for instance.
Sure.
There's people who can watch the Dalai Lama for micro expressions. So he will feel a fleeting sensation very briefly, but then he's meditated to such a point that he can just let it go. It's like that with me with sexual urges.
Do you think priests and holy men should be doing the nasty?
Priests and holy men? Like should priests
Priests and other holy men who tamp it down seems to cause some trouble.
I'm not going to get into whether or not priests and holy men. Like I'm not going to speak for the church, but I don't.
What about
see-
it's Good Friday, sir? Can't you
Yeah.
say something?
I don't see a reason why priests could
So,
not.
do you not want to play my game?
Oh,
Let's play the game.
Because I'm confused.
Let's play the game.
Doug,
You're going to try to
you go
arouse
first.
me.
I'm ready to go, Tim.
His testicles became swollen.
Oh, to arouse the doctor?
Yeah.
With our drops or just in general?
I don't care how you do it.
Whatever
Use
it
whatever
takes.
tools you want.
Multiple
The game is to
orgasms.
win.
Okay.
I'm not telling you how to play. I'm
And this is
telling you
just
how to-
honor system where I have to tell you if I'm feeling aroused.
Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna we're not the Howard Stern show. We're not gonna strap a lie detector around your penis. God
Why
bless
not?
the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
And what they do for comedy and.
I tell you what, why don't we take a little break and they can brainstorm how to get this boner going.
Oh, and Matt, just to for the little tease for the break, what's in the bag is going to be the big question. I'm going to reveal a big new a drop source for you, Doug. Okay?
In the back?
Yes, sir. So we'll take a 5-minute break and be back
I mean, what has it been an hour since?
It has.
Okay.
We're cooking now. So
Yeah,
if you're
for
watching
coming.
live, hang out. If you're not watching live, catch us on patreon.com/.
Okay, we'll be back in a few minutes. Check out this promotional video for my tour. Get tickets at timheidecker.com/live. And we'll be back with the doctor. The doctor staying with us?
Sex.
And your Zooms. We'll do a better job of getting your Zooms. I'll try. All right?
Hey everybody, it's Tim Heidecker here, and I have a huge announcement to make. I hope you're sitting down because I have decided to go on tour this summer. That's right, me and my family sat down, we looked at our calendar. There was an opportunity for us to take a 2.5-week Disney cruise out of Fort Lauderdale. Ship was gonna go round and round, and gonna get to meet Mickey and Donald and Goofy and Moana and the gang from Cars. And I honestly sat the family down and said, I think what would be better for my audience and me would be to hit the road in a tour bus. It's gonna be a wonderful show. We're gonna be doing stand-up comedy like this asshole. Shut the fuck up! And we're gonna be playing rock and roll music like this piece of shit. So here's how the night's gonna go. You're gonna get your tickets, you're gonna show up a little early, get your seat, tell your wife who I am, and then the stage will begin and the comedy will begin. And then I will do comedy for a very long period of time. Oh, well, we only have veggie burgers, man. And then I'll go backstage and have a cold glass of water. And then I'll come back on with a guitar and a band, and we will rock your ass off. You're gonna be standing and applauding at the end of the show. That's a guarantee. And you're gonna be ear to ear with smiles.